They don't love her, they just love it how we live. How we live, how we live, how we
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trail Blazers here at home and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year. In the season before, they completely controlled the series 3-0.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year, but overall, two teams that were very similar in the standing.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way. And you could say the same for tonight's game.
Get a nice clean game, huh?
So the Pelicans win the tip. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The shot-blocking pair of Davis and Ashik inside. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. And Davis sends it back. They retain possession. 6 on the shot clock. Here's McCollum. From the high post, he drills it.
And they get the first bucket.
And they'll hope that sets the tone at the offensive end going forward. It doesn't always work out that way, but better to start fast than not.
And guys, C.J. McCollum is a scoring-minded combo guard out of Lehigh. Was taken with the 10th pick back in 2013 and still looking to make a big impact in the NBA.
Now, here's Lillard. Right wing. Leonard kicks to McCollum. There's the pick. Poked away. Lillard left side. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Holiday, the pass to Ashik. He kicks it to Evans. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job. Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Here's Lillard after Tyreek Evans' score. Plumlee with the screen. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. Out to the right wing. The baseline J. And the shot is good. McCollum's got his second basket of the night.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Ashik the screen for Evans. Out to the right wing. 18 feet out. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
And Aminu kicks to Plumlee. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
It's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on. That's good from Plumlee.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his post game, I think he could even go higher.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play. Guys, you want to talk about one tough guy? How about the Turkish hammer, Ashik? Tremendous rebounder. A space eater in the paint, so long.
That's a great way to describe him, Kevin. Last year he finished 4th in the league in rebounds per minute. Plus he's always lurking as a shot blocker.
He is. And the free throw, no good.
And, you know, going back to Ashik, I mean, he's not just a big, immobile guy. I mean, he's got really good flexibility, and that's helped him develop some post moves at the offensive end. He's no longer Mr. Dunk or nothing.
Now, here is Holiday. After the miss from Damian Lillard.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Cullen passes to Leonard. The shot by Lillard, wide open. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Lillard.
And going back to Amir Ashik's toughness, you can see it in his face. I mean, he's not going to smile at you. He's not going to show you any expression at all. Just a cold-blooded monster on the floor.
Now here's Davis. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Pass to Plumlee. 1:52 left here in the opening quarter. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Lillard against Evans. Screen by Ashik. Holiday attacking. Ashik dishes to Davis. Can't get it to go.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another three.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Ashik. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Ashik's got his second bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now, here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Leonard with a screen on Gordon. That's a 2 from Lillard. No good off the front iron. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Back to Gordon. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Count that one.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
And there's Myers Leonard on the assist by Lillard. Leonard's got his first points in this one. Now here is Holiday. His last outing, he had 8 points. Screen by Asik. Here's Davis. And so the first quarter is in the books. Portland out in front. They're up by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. His offensive game is growing by leaps and bounds, and he talked about his area of focus.
A lot of face-up, like he do the one dribble pull-up. You like to do the one dribble, fade back off one leg. I haven't got there yet, but catching the ball at the elbow, catching the ball at the nail.
Well, I'll tell you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
I tell you what, the scoring has come in threes for the most part here so far.
Every time down the floor, it seems they're knocking down the triple.
And what a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
And what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem, his first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid in anything when it comes to it.
And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Freak.
You got to be happy for him. I mean, that's a great way to open up his NBA scoring account.
Well, everybody is happy to see him put the first points of his career on the board. Coaches, fans, teammates, everybody. Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Came in a stream. Grab the pass to Freak.
Only one turnover so far in the game for him, Kevin. Another reason they're in the lead with halftime approaching, taking care of the ball.
Pondexter dishes to Cunningham. Here's Cole. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
And Chris Kaman's guys signing with the Blazers last season, he's had big contracts before, but told his agent, hey, let's focus on getting a winning situation.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Trailblazers?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. Both free throws good from Kaman. And the Blazers really needed bench depth in their front court, Clark. A great situation for Chris Kaman to come into and contribute.
Yeah, you know, he felt he'd been overlooked with the Lakers the season prior and bruised his ego a bit. In Portland, he found a defined role providing scoring off the bench, which suited him well.
Clock at 6. And Cole kicks to Ajinça. Can't hit from 12.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Pelicans trail by 3. Dishes it to Pondexter. Passes it to Anderson. Tries from 7. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far. Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Henderson passes to Freak. Came in a screen. Pass to Henderson. The feed to Davis. Down low. Here's Freak. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Pelicans have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lillard's checked in for Freak. New Orleans also making some changes. Anthony Davis is checked in for Alexis Ajinça. And Tyreek Evans subbed in for Cunningham. For Portland, they've gotten off to a rough start. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Trailblazers lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. The big men are Anderson and Davis. Gordon the off guard with Evans at the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position.
That's his first personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for Portland. Free at the line for 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that trims the lead to 6. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and an intentional foul right there.
That's his first personal foul. Penalty situation. At the line for the Trailblazers, Quincy Pondexter taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. The 3 from McCollum, off target with that shot. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Anthony Davis. He had an outstanding fourth quarter where he really shined. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a
We got James Harden and that beard of his. Look, this guy's relentless. We know he's going to attack the basket all night long. So I'm going to make it my personal mission to keep that from happening. As long as we keep jumping those passing lanes, we can give them a run for their money. I know I'll be ready.
Starting at power forward, at 7 at the other forward position.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. After this game, the Rockets head back out on the road. And, of course, Myers Leonard, guys, still out. Will not play tonight.
Kevin, so far they've been doing just fine without him. They took on a much different look when he went down, but it seemed to have suited them. They've added a few dimensions to their game that maybe they didn't even know they had before.
And what a luxury that is now, because you can ease him back into the rotation, allow him to get back into the flow without having to disrupt the rhythm of how well they played. So I think the team has definitely grown to be a lot stronger in his absence.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Plumlee out there with Davis, and it's Aminu in at the 3. Davis sets a screen. Lillard the pass to Aminu. Shot clock at 5. Here's McCollum, and there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Davis against Modi Yunus. Davis kicks to Aminu. Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. It's rebounded by Houston. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here is Harden. An 11-point game for him in the win against Boston.
Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists. Listen, guys, James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA, arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Beverly against Lillard. Now here's Beverly. D right on him. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's McCollum. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
And on paper, you call them the better team, but they actually lost the season series against this group a year ago.
Yeah, it was a surprising outcome for me and you. But, hey, sometimes matchups can play out a certain way. We'll see how they do tonight.
Well, you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second-guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreek Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract, but it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny.
And Portland making a change here. Grabs checked in. Good on both.
And guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. And Plumlee kicks to Crabbe. Let's go. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Davis has got his first 2 points.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to catch up with the head coach for the Rockets just a moment ago. He told me it's a fun challenge trying to slow down a team that's so cagey and opportunistic offensively. He said, of course we've done our scouting, but this is the first time we've seen them firsthand this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can take them out of their sets and slow them down at that end. Guys, they'll have to be solid defensively. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No secret about that. I mean, when they're able to get into a rhythm shooting the ball, they can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry.
Harden's shot is off. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they, Greg, played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be effective.
And Portland has possession. Here's Crabbe. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's Freak missing.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
And for Portland, they're shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. They set the screen. It's Henderson on the wing, covered by Brewer. To the wing on the left, 5 on the clock. Portland, no good that time either.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
Now, here's Brewer. Pass to Capella. Harden, that's good.
You know, they'll want to generate more of those shots in tight, guys.
Portland trailing here. Now here's Freak. The dish to Harkless. 44 seconds left in the first. Crab, good. Crab's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The lead changes hands once more. There has been no separation between these two teams.
You know, it's made for one heck of an entertaining game. Even when it hasn't been the best basketball being played, it sure has been fun to watch.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Jason Terry, he's checked in for James Harden. Roberts is checked in for the Trailblazers. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Freak passes to Davis. Good on the shot.
Guys, he's got the length to get to the rim, and when he gets there, you never see a clumsy or awkward finish out of him. Everything is smooth and fluid.
And here's Lawson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And Brewer kicks to Terry. Can't convert after the good screen.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't really see whether he got it off in time. But with the benefit of replay, it seems pretty clear that the clock expired just before the release.
And you know, as a player, you're aware of that clock ticking down on you. But within that last fraction of a second, it's really hard to know when you're focusing on your release and the defenders if you waited just a split second too long.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And now let's hear from Ty Lawson talking about the balanced attack of this Denver Nugget team. Well, that was the game plan a couple years ago when Denver was good enough to make the playoffs and Ty Lawson was at the controls.
You know, but not enough firepower to be able to sustain with the elite teams, say like the Warriors or the Rockets. Ty Lawson, a solid, dependable player in our league, but this is still a league where you need your superstars to win rings.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, they've got Al-Farouq Aminu. Harkless is out there with Plumlee. Then there's Brian Roberts. And it's McCollum in at the 2 spot. Lawson takes the 12-footer and hits. Lawson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Rockets. And something not a lot of people talk about, Ty Lawson's defense. He has the lateral quickness, Clark, and strong lower body that gives, point guards fits.
Yeah, he's like a fire hydrant in terms of his build and strength. He's a good ball defender, but he gambles sometimes, so that can cut both ways. He'll get steals, but he'll also put you in tough positions defensively.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots.
2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
No good on the second free throw.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Spurs put forth a nice effort. He ended with a few points, but also came away with 5 big rebounds. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And with the Rockets' last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. From went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries.
Ariza kicks to Beverly. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Lillard throws it down.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Kicks it out to Ariza. Shoots. Ariza with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now the feed to Plumlee. The pass to McCollum. Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. Over to the wing. Lillard from outside. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Another miss by Houston. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. McCollum, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
The fader. And that is good. McCollum's got 5 now. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Back to Harden. Hits the jumper in space. 8 points for him. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. Lillard against Beverly. Lillard dishes to Plumlee. Right wing. Now Lillard. He has 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the shot is good. And that's now 7 points for C.J. McCollum. Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told.
And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
Dishes to Plumlee. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that. Ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Aminu's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And you know, Clark, another important point regarding Lillard, for as aggressive as he has been going to the basket, he's extremely durable. He's been terrific in terms of health.
He's been in every gamer throughout his young career. That is remarkable. Unusual in today's NBA for sure.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ariza kicks to Beverly. Another miss by Houston.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Trailblazers lead by 3. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Dwight, what's your assessment of the team you're playing here tonight?
They're a tough team. You know, they play hard, they play together, they move the ball, and they know how to play within the offense, you know. And we've been doing a better job on the defensive end, and I think tonight we came out with the right mentality. We just got to keep it up.
Dwight, thank you. They know they've got their hands full, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you, and we'll be back. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a performance from Harden here. He has 8 points and 1 steal as well. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe too.
And Clark, you can just see him oozing with confidence right now.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to San Antonio.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Modiunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Beverly in at point guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Aminu misses. Rockets trail by 3. Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And the free throw good from Howard.
And guys, you know, we've talked about it before, but it bears repeating. Dwight Howard may be the best overall rebounder.
Mo Harkless. Gerald Henderson. Freak.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Kicks it to Freak. Back to Lillard. Pass to Henderson. Goes up from the top of the key. Got a piece of it.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Harden with room to shoot. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Harden's got 10. Howard is still Clark, an efficient rebounder, still prolific in fact, but he's no longer dominant. Last year he had not one 20-plus rebound game. Tell me the last time that happened.
Well, you know, this being Dwight's 12th season in the league, Kevin, a lot of wear and tear on him. I think he's trying to fight through it, and he's still very much more than serviceable. Wants to get a ring, and he's doing his part to try to make that happen.
The Trailblazers have missed both of their free throws tonight, 0 for 2 so far.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for them in that regard, guys.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Roberts checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Beverly kicks to Montejunas. Houston moving it around. Drills it from outside. Montejunas has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Trailblazers trail by 3. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Now here's Freak, guarded by Harden. And it's Freak missing.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Davis with a screen on Beverly. And Roberts kicks to Freak. Henderson against Ariza. Shot clock at 6. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Harkless.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
There's a screen by Montejunas. Harden the pass to Montejunas. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Mark, last season we saw Montejunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
And Montejunas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Jason Terry is checked in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Montejunas drops both of them.
And Montejunas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Trailblazers have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6th going into the final games.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Freak with it. He averages about 5 points a game.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
The Rockets shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Free throw, good, Terry.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. Freak dishes to Harkless. Here's Roberts. Lawson defending. Portland no good that time either. And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that. But they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in. Houston making some changes. Reza comes in for Corey Brewer. And it's Harden in for Jason Terry. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Davis is checked in for Harkness. Aminu comes in for Crabb. Freaks checked in for McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Brian Roberts. Houston making some changes. Montejunas is checked in for Smith. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Ty Lawson. Harden. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
On the floor for Portland. Freak in at shooting guard. Davis is out there with Aminu. Then it's Plumlee. And it's Lillard in at the 1.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Harden outside. Over in the corner, Beverley. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Beverly's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Rockets.
Clark, their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Well, they were disciplined and focused, I thought, all game long, Kevin. Excellent defense around the rim.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for James Harden. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Lillard, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with you.